Hey, 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 welcome to the attic. I am Mana Dad, and we are drafting some Strixhaven in the traditional sense. This Mascot Exhibition is a pretty cool card. I think I'm going to take it. Otherwise, I don't know, is that our lesson slot? Otherwise we got this Ingenious Mastery, which is actually one of the better ranked cards last time I looked on 17 lands in terms of win rate. So I hate to pass that, but I'm going to take the mythic. Maybe we can make a deck that's just like all spells and creatures that are, in other words, we got a Kelpie Guide, that's pretty good. Strategic Planning is our Mystic Archive card. Every pack has one slot here for the Mystic Archive, which are spells from Magic's history. Thunderous Orator is quite good. Play Beam Defiance in any deck here. Illustrious Historian Solid. We got the Campus. Good pack. Okay, well, we got two rares missing from the pack. I guess there's no lesson, so somebody took the lesson that was in the pack. Got Quandrix Cultivator. Strixhaven Stadium's interesting. We just stay colorless and kind of stay open. Harmonize is quite good. If we wanted to end up in Quandrix. There's also the Quandrix Cultivator, which is a solid card for Quandrix. Harmonize or Strixhaven Stadium. This can make your opponents like make bad choices, you know. Yeah, let's just keep staying open. Alright, so eliminate's fantastic. I'm gonna just reserve that for now. We've got a red lesson. We've got this lesson. Okay, so we got multiple lessons. Creative Outburst. Eureka Moment. And the Needlethorn Drake, both good for Quandrix. And then we got the Inkling Summoning. We're putting on a Mascot Exhibition, but I think you just take the removal here. Good solid black removal. Shadewing Laureate immediately jumps out at me here as I look at this pack. Flash of Malice is also good. There's another lesson. Move the Mascot Exhibition into the sideboard. We do want to be sure to get some learn cards so that we can get our lessons. Yeah, eliminate. We could follow that up with the Shadewing Laureate or the Lash of Malice. With Mascot Exhibition, we'd probably rather be like Quandrix. We could look at Burying Books, Arcane Subtraction. Hunt for Specimens is a learn. Could take this lesson here. You know what? I'm gonna protect blue. Grab a Burying Books. And there's Snow Day. There's another good blue spell. What's looking open? So is Silver Quill looking open and maybe Quandrix? Hard to really know. I don't have any creatures yet. Closing statement is removal. I guess if Silver Quill's open, that would be a good one to have. That's a pretty strong sign that's open, right? Although blue is looking pretty open too here with Snow Day. Get a pop quiz. Alright. I'm gonna stay on the blue plan. Well, we can get two of these. I don't know. Is this like a build around? Would you ever even play two of those? Bayou Graph's really good. Brackish Trudge is good. Good-ish. Hunt for Specimens is a way to learn. There's Pest Summoning. I think Prismari is getting closed off, but the other colors still around. Huh. Cover. Well, Maybe we want to cover Quandrix and take the field trip. Let's see. Oh, there, we could take another field trip. There's the Quandrix Pledge Mage. With the Fury Calm Snarl. This lesson is very much for constructed, I think. It's going to be very rare that you ever need it. Huh. Well, take the Pledge Mage. I don't think I need another field trip. It only grabs forests, too. It doesn't even fix you. Take the Pledge Mage, even though I've kind of found them underpowered. Depending on the deck. And I take the Graf now. Over the Eureka moment. See who we're drafting up against. Oh, Phil. Any of those you, leave a comment. Got one lesson so far, and we've got one way to learn with field trip. So we got a green-black deck here, or a blue-green deck shaping up. We can pivot into another college if something else is open. So Alan Shield Mage is open. Servan is open. Reject. You say reject or reject. Really might affect how you read that card. I guess I'll take the Servan. The Servan or the reject. Servan's really only a... it's a mono green, but you're going to want to try to play it in green black. Okay, so we got the Arrogant Poet, we got the Barog Befuddler, we got the Amplimancer. We're looking quite rampy, so I'm going to maybe take this Amplimancer. We got Field Trip and we got Strixhaven Stadium. And we could take the Commons. Don't really like that card. I'm just going to take Crushing Disappointment. We do end up in black. Oh, okay, so got another chance at a lesson here or a learn. Or just take the Campus, which is going to let us splash maybe these black cards. I think I'm going to take the Campus. Solidly Sultai. What's the Archivios name for Sultai? Witherbloom is black-green. Quandrix is blue-green. We don't have the names of the other colleges, the other guilds. Been having terrible technical difficulties recording lately. Some lost drafts in there. If you're wondering what happened to all the drafts. I mean, Leech Fanatic and Moldering Carrick are solid. I'm just going to take the Campus Guide. I think we could pivot out of anything but green, really. Probably want to play green. Well, actually, no, Field Trip doesn't even fix, so... Wow, Pest Summoning and Hunt for Specimens coming around late. Okay, well that's a strong sign for Witherbloom. Because those are two, like, you know, not the highest picks, but pretty decent picks for Witherbloom. Maybe nobody wants to play Witherbloom. And I'll just check my messages. Okay. Possible Prismari signal. This rare. I keep seeing this rare. I guess because nobody takes it. Yeah, so if we want to go into Quandrix, we got two good solid uncommons here. Get our curve. 2/2 drops. Don't have any 4 drops. Honor Troll is a good one for Witherbloom, obviously. I was hoping to get some more mascot and token synergy things for our poor Mascot Exhibition. I don't see it yet. I'm just going to take this cultivator. Maybe we wheel Zimone, who knows. Well, we got Cody. That is the all tokens deck build around. A bit late to be building around it. I think I'd rather just take the removal. Abundant Harvest is okay. Environmental Sciences would be good for our lesson board. But removal good in this set. Oh, this is a fun rare. Definitely gonna snag that. Otherwise, Introduction to Prophecy is good. We take the Hunt for Specimens, maybe even the Blood Researcher. But I think we're ending up in Quandrix here. Lightning Helix is quite good, but it's the two colors we're not playing. The fact that we're getting at pick 3 might be a bad sign for us in terms of what lane we're in. A lot of white-black here. Infused with Vitality. Yeah, somebody may have moved into Quandrix on the other side of the table. I don't know what we take. Would we want to curate? Let's take the Strict Proctor for the collection. Okay, well there's a Quandrix card. Decisive Denial. Got Conspiracy Theorist at rare. I don't know what's going on. We got the Pest Summoning. In general, the second copy of the same lesson goes down quite a bit, I think, in pick order. Since we've already got one Pest Summoning. The games where we'll want 2 Pest Summonings are a lot fewer than the games where we'll want something else, you know? The Vortex Runner, I think, is our play here. We could ramp with Letter of Acceptance, ramp and fix. Nice shock. I mean, look at all these red stuff here. That's hard to splash, though. We'll just see. We could drop black, I guess, and move over to red as our splash color. Flash of Malice. Or just take a Waterfall Aerialist, I think. That's less splashable, right? Because it's good to have that early on. We do have one Witherbloom Campus. We can get another here. Pick another lesson, though. And we got Thrill of Possibility. I want to go into red. And Breakthrough. Let's protect red, since it seemed like there was maybe some red going around. We get cards that are better than Crushing Disappointment and Eliminate. And Abundant Harvest, sure. Works nicely with the Pledge Mage. I'd like to get more of those spells that make creatures. This is tricky if we don't have Trample. The Helix. Kind of removal. And we'll protect red. I guess Lorehold is the deck that's open in this seat, kind of, maybe. See if we pushed anyone. Actually, let's take the Archway Commons. There's a world where we run that. A Flame Scroll Celebrant. hard to splash a 2-drop. I'd rather just get the elemental summoning here. Also opt and divide by 0, 2 good blue spells. I think I want to make sure I have enough in the lesson board. Speaking of which, Expanded Anatomy could go in there. Do you have any other ones that should go in there? And there's an Environmental Sciences. Not passing much. The charge through could come in handy. And the Poet's Quill. That might be worth splashing in. We can take another Biograph. We don't have Introduction to Prophecy either. Well, I'd like to get a couple more learn spells. Wormhole Serpent could be interesting for our deck. What are we at with the 5-drops? Do we have any creatures? Maybe that's... we take that over the Graph, though? Graphs are so good. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Symmetry Sage is kind of a constructed card, I think. Here's Leyline Invocation, that's good for us. We'd also like Snakeskin Veil. We're doing enough ramping though, just take the Leyline Invocation. And a Vortex Runner. Probably what we want. I think here black or red that we really want to splash. Fortifying Draft is more for the Witherbloom. We could Adventurous Impulse again. Or I guess that's different than the Abundant Harvest. Kind of a similar, just kind of cantrippy sorcery though. Take that, or we just take the Spectre of the Fens. We might want to, depending on how much black we're splashing. Get a flyer and help us close out the game. Well, there's Cultivate. That's great for our ramp plan. Take that. And we could take Leyline Invocation number 2 over Waterfall Aerialist number 2. How often are we going to hit these 6-drops is my question. Guess we'll find out. We're just going to be Quandrix Stompy. Swampy. And Opter the Soothsayer actually is probably very playable for us. We get a couple more learn cards. They may all be gone. I don't think we're going to play any of these. What do we want? Take a Stonebinder's Familiar. Go Lorehold Apprentice. For the collection. Infuriate. Another Biograph. Guess we wield it. Yeah, may not be anyone else in green. Although that would mean somebody else is probably in Silverquill picking up black-white. We've seen a lot of Silverquill. Maybe just one person in Silverquill and one person, us in Quandrix, hopefully. That's where you want to be at. So in a draft with 8 people, you're going to have at least one person in each of the schools, and then the other 3 people, you know, in schools. Plumbus Forbidden might be. Pick a Symmetry Sage for sideboard. Discovery. very sure. Alright, well that was an interesting draft. It didn't see like a lot of power, even though I felt like we stayed pretty open and flexible. Our deck only needs 3 cuts. Exponential growth is kind of a late bomb. In terms of removal, we've only got Mage Duel. And kind of like Snow Day, Varian Books, and where is it? Ether Helix are more tempo plays. I'd rather have the Springmane Servant or a Karok. Did we get anything other ways to learn other than Field Trip? I do not believe we did. Strixhaven Stadium. This doesn't help to ramp us to this just because it's not a land. I splash black just for Crushing Disappointment. We're not a super go wide deck. I'm going to cut that. Drops might more likely be played on 5. Wonder if it's correct to run 18 lands, because we've got these 2 Vortex Runners. That's kind of... Vortex Runners and Wormhole Serpent are kind of like our win conditions here, just with like middle of the road creatures. I'll go to Quandrix Pledge Mage. We've got 8 sorceries, 5 instants. I think it's going to be decent. Of course, we're probably going to cut some of those. Heavier green. 8 green sources, 7 blue sources. We have the Field Trip, which only pulls a forest out. So I'm going to go 8, 8, and then 2 black sources. Because we got a way to loot away our black cards if we need to. And what are our cuts here? Certainly the Springmane Servant is kind of meh. Cut that. Waterfall Aerialist can also be meh. So I was thinking we could go to 18 lands, but you know, I think this, between this and the Quandrix Cultivator and the Cultivate and the Field Trip, we shouldn't have a problem ramping. So maybe we'll cut 1 Leyline Invocation for now, and if we find ourselves really wishing we had that instead of a lower drop, we can cut a lower drop and play that. Give it a shot. Okay, make your predictions now. How many wins do you think this deck is going to get? Remember, we're in best of 3. You can predict the match record or the wins record. Go on the play. Lots of land. We like to see that. Got our black to play Eliminate. Opponent is impulsing. Oh. That's going to be hard for us to deal with. This will not hit it. Sadly. Oh, opponent kept a 1-lander? Wow. Okay. They're also Quandrix. Okay, so we are on the draw. Does that mean these Karoks coming in will be good? Take out a Pledge Mage, put in a Karok for the draw. Implemencer. Well, we'll see. Huh. Yeah, this seems like a terrible hand. Mulligan there. Okay, well, we got the campus guide. We'd have to hit a land. If we can hit a land, we can get our third land. I'm just gonna risk it, I guess. Their Helix. You know what? Let's do Crushing Disappointment. We might need to get an island with our third land. Aha, better lucky than good. Take action. Want, please. Lost Trickster, that's fine. Let's try this playing a 5/4 on turn 3 plan. But I didn't bounce it, that's a good sign. Rather play a creature. And if we ramp that turn, then we'd have access to Ether Helix, but... Huh. Okay, they kept back their whole board here. So let's just ramp. And... we don't have double blue. We could get Environmental Sciences and keep ramping. Or we could hope that we're gonna eventually hit 7 and get the Mascot Exhibition. I think that's what we're gonna do. Play our Mythic. No attacks. Nope. Okay. Opponent is a very quick to concede opponent, and we thank them for it. 1-0. Okay, it's a new day. I'm walking on the treadmill, which some of you are bothered by, so I'm going to go game only. But you can still hear me, and you can still hear my commentary. Ooh. The old all forest hand. Got this Groff, but we can't play it on 2. Opponent's going first. Well, yeah, I think we're gonna mulligan. Okay. Our 2 colors. The main colors. Drop the eliminate for now. We can abundant harvest into another land. Or we could abundant harvest into non-land. See how close we are to being the cultivator. I think with cultivate we're gonna abundant harvest here into non-land. It's a ramp card. So there we go. Opponent's not doing anything. And we'll go get Mascot Exhibition. We look pretty likely to be able to hit it. Just keep drawing lands. We cultivate and Quandrix Cultivator? No. We could cultivate and Vortex Runner, right? We already played a land this turn. Let's just Quandrix Cultivator. Take action. Island. Okay. Easy wins. Well, you know opponent is in green. If the Spined Karok is going to help with us. We're just going to keep it like it is. So, maybe we won by mulliganing on that particular game. Our opponent did not mulligan. They kept a risky hand. Looks like they didn't draw into their other color. We don't even know if they're Witherbloom or Quandrix. I was kind of just assuming Quandrix. Well, here's Abundant Harvest. Keep this hand. Go ahead and say land. We've got Leyline Invocation here. And hit a forest. Revealed several cards. So those are all going on the bottom. Okay. Flashing in the Befuddler. I'll have a blocker for it soon enough. Okay. One's kind of got some kind of control thing going on here. Like blue was their key color. They've got a Vortex running, sure. Waterfall Aerialist here. We're gonna take some hits. Next turn we can Bayou Graph. And we got a Symmetrist. We just win this game if we... Well, the flyer is good right now, so let's just hold on. Wiki Campus Guide and Bury-in Books. I think that's actually our play here. We'll go ahead and be a swamp. Oh right, it has reach. Shoot. Oops. It saved my aerialist, but I think I'll just... Sneaky reach, we got. By the sneaky reach. Oh, they had it. They had the card. Okay, well, nothing is really lining up great for us here. We have totally gotten got here. Opponent's got 4 cards in hand. They could easily have something that will get the Symmetrist past the thing. Yeah. That's game. Let's just go to the next one. So they have Divide by 0. Okay, so they're pretty aggro. Waterfall Aerialist didn't line up very well. I don't necessarily want to take it out though. Find Karoks might line up okay. Better than the Vortex Runner though. Vortex Runner is kind of one of our win conditions. We got ourselves a match here in Smith and Fritzy. Will be on the play. Okay, once again, Abundant Harvest. Go get a land. The Wormhole Serpent and the Soothsayer on the bottom. I think I'm fine with that. This is counters a non-creature spell. Gotta remember that. They got the counter spell. And the left, sure. Expanded Anatomy, so I guess they're planning on casting a creature soon. Does that mean I shouldn't hold up Decisive Denial? I guess I got the fight spell, if, depending on what size their creature is. What creature they cast? The Quandrix Cultivator, okay. That's tough. We can't really attack through that. We can put it back on top of their library. Can't quite Mage Duel it down. Swamp and tapped, Forest and untapped. And we'll just pass the turn, I think. Strix Apprentice, yeah. Pop quiz. They get the trigger anyway. Now we get a Pledge Mage. We can fight down the Quandrix Apprentice. Seem that great. We'll just hold this up. Pass the turn. The Expanded Anatomy, yeah. Moment, sure. Oh, it's going to Value Town over there. Carry that in books. So, we can fight down the Apprentice. Or we can save the fight. Sorcery speed for when they cast the Quandrix Pledge Mage again. Healthy Guide, okay. A good fight target, biomathematician, sure. Going wide on us. And their own vortex runner, sure. We're only on one land away from having an unblockable vortex runner ourselves. Alright, they've got Snakeskin Veil, they got Snakeskin Veil, but so it goes. Wow, and we can possibly pump the Amplimancer. It's probably correct to attack with everything here, because they can't stop the Vortex Runner. They're gonna stop the Pledge Mage. Where we kill the runner. What is their last card is the question. We should just let that back to defense. Game. Trying. It's just a land in their hand. Whew. Squeaked that one out. Opponent had a good deck. We got lucky. They got some bad draws. Or at least that first game they got a bad draw. Up against Tezzerali. Tesserali. I like to see our two colors. Yeah, we got to play. I guess if we don't hit land, we can just try to drop the Groff and get a sneaky win with the early Groff. Recording, yeah, okay. Thunderous Orator, sure. Okay. Mage's Duel is going to be handy there. Hope they tap out. Pilgrim of the Ages. Not a concern. People are a bit higher on this card than I am. One man away from playing the Bayou Groff. Ooh, Blade Historian. Ouch. Well, now we see why opponent is in the winner's bracket here. That's the turn. We can bury it in books. But we'll have to deal with it again. Guiding Voice, yeah. Summoning, yeah. No blocks. And a mythic. Alright, opponent's hitting us hard. What's that animation all about? Dominate's looking really good if we can hit our black mana. Next turn, Blade Historian's coming down. We got nothing to stop that. May have been more correct to loot here. Try to get that Snow Day. So, a doubled Bayou Groff. Actually, if they tap out here, we get a green. We're just dead, though. No, they didn't play the Blade Historian. And Invocation. That's not going to help. Decisive Denial. Something. We can't quite kill Mavinda. I don't really want them to see we have explosive growth. Instant speed. That's the turn. Fight down the Blade Historian. So now I'm still dead. Didn't quite get there. Alright, opponent is aggro. We're pretty weak to flyers. I don't know what to switch out here. The Vortex Runner's gonna... Pledge Mage is slow. I could switch that out for a Karok. Get that extra toughness. Line up with their spirits. Also the Servant to gain life. And read what Mavinda does. Alright, lets you recast instants and sorceries. Okay, well we gotta save our removal, for sure. Probably a 2-3, so I guess the 3-1 is okay with it. The Wormhole Serpent can come out and we'll get another early drop here. 3-2. We do want to be like hitting them hard. Alright. We're gonna go with the Karok plan. Gotta keep it here. We got the Implemancer, we get a land, we get the Karok. Another land, we get the Cultivator. Seems these. They're splashing blue. Got even more bombs in their deck? Down Mentor, okay. 2-4 is looking good so far. Curving out here. What do we need? Green, green, blue. We need double blue. guessing with Mavinda they got a lot of combat tricks too. They make an attack that seems kind of bad. Huh. So no blocks here. Human effigy, sure. Alright, so I think here is where we Snow Day get in with team. Field trip, that can get us our Mascot Exhibition actually. Maybe it's just Crushing Disappointment. I kind of want to, maybe it's the Karok. Not play Blade Historian with their mana base currently. They do, they hit us for 6 though. That's rough. Oh, they got Mavinda. They got Mavinda. Mavinder. So, the Crushing Disappointment. Hope to draw into a land to hold up Variant Books. And Field Trip to get, yeah, I think we can Field Trip to get the Mascot Exhibition. Pass the turn. Maybe should have attacked with the Quandrix Cultivator there. You know they've got combat tricks. I think we'll do some blocks and hope to get them with the Variant Books. Sudden breakthrough, sure. We don't want them to get the treasure token, so we may as well bust this now. Got another combat trick. They can recast it with Mavinda, right? Ugh. Yeah. Work message. So, I guess we're hoping the attack with Mavinda. We can exponential growth. See, so you need 8 mana to double, which is lethal in the air here. One could easily have an instant too. Get blown out by that. I guess what we're hoping is they attack with their flyer, they tap out, we get to crack back with a huge inkling. Opponent's thinking hard. Hidden Storm, okay. Down to 9. Eliminated one of their better blockers here. They are tapped out, thankfully. Campus Guide. I think let's Crushing Disappointment here first. Right? We don't get the pump with the Amplimancer. Most we can do is 3 there. Let's just see what we draw. Got an eliminate. Alright, let's abundant harvest for a non-land. Waterfall Aerialist, sure. And add to the board here. Try to get wide on them. Am I going to want to draw a land next turn? I think not, although we get to use this up. That would only be if opponent makes a big swing and leaves himself open for a crackback, which seems unlikely. Okay, combat perfect. That's rough. Lavinda for 3. They don't have a way to pump it. On the other hand, what good is this flyer going to be for us? Guess we'll no blocks for now. Have the Waterfall Aerialist. Vortex Runner is good. We can destroy Mavinda at instant speed. Want to get down a flyer. Vortex Runner we'd like to get down too, though. Go Vortex Runner. Roth. That's the turn. I'm pretty deep doo-doo flyer-wise here. What are they going to pump up? Basically chumping with the ink thing. Oh, we could go down to 1. Stonebound Mentor. And the Pledge Mage, okay. Got wide on the ground. However, our Blockade Runner should be able to do it here. Pulls 1. Got him. Whew, what a game. That was a puzzle. That's not even the match here. Alright, so I think the Karoks lined up okay except against the 4-3. In case we'd rather have a 3-3 Pledge Mage. They're going to be on the play, so I think we'd keep the Karoks in. Question is whether we want to try to bring this Servan. Thanks for sticking with me here. Appreciate everyone who subscribed. I do a giveaway for subscribers soon, I think. Targeting 100 subscribers, so it's just getting closer. Bit of a slow hand here. We could get run over, but I don't think we ship that back. Argument to be made for grabbing the swamp now when we get the chance. Just, we're so flooded out on land, I don't think I'm going to decline. Alright, well if they got a combat trick, let's just get it out of them. Wasting it, killing my 2-1. Combat Professor. Okay, maybe we're gonna put the flyer down here. 3/3. I can exile soon to make a thing. Let's just no block it. Yeah, waterfall area list here. Turn. Ah, they get Mavinda every game. Alright, so they can flash back their spell. To force them to do it here now. They kill the waterfall aerialist. We don't really have another way to stop the combat professor. Not even like a good trade here. I got Mavinda. Oh, it's just no block. They've been correct to attack with the Vortex Runner there. Galazeth Prismari, wow. Our opponent just was in the right lane, oh my goodness. 2 mythics, they get the Blade Instructor for a rare, which is another fantastic rare. Just ridiculous. Galazeth Prismari, I think we're just dead here. Not much we can do. We're gonna use their spell again. Stop some damage. Honestly, opponent should probably have just used it on a creature that's gonna get through here, because we're at such a low life total. Do we need like a board wipe? Crushing Disappointment, talk about crushing disappointment. Peak action. Island. With the Mascot Exhibition, it's going to be too little too late. No attacks, fast turn. Orator is going to be flying. I think they've just got 10 in the air here. Alright, good game. Well, we did alright. Unfortunately for traditional, you can go 2-1 and you still lose gems. So we put 1500 gems in, would come out with 1000 gems, but 4 packs. Plus the packs we drafted. We drafted some good stuff, that Mascot Exhibition. Let's take a look at the deck and see what performed. Appreciate all of you sticking around to the bitter end here. Abundant Harvest was actually quite good, I thought. This is the one that's going to be in Modern Horizons 2. It's a pre-print. And I liked it. I think I will draft it in Modern Horizons 2. It'll probably be less than rarity. Soothsayer Depth. It's never really lined up great. Splashing Illuminate helped us kill Mavinda that one game. That was about it. We did get stuck on black a little bit and draw these black cards when we didn't have black mana. So I'm not sure about the black splash. Amplimancer is just a solid 2-drop. This is great. Decisive Denial. Take as many of these as you can get, I think. Campus Guide, just a solid. Helped us fix our lands. Getting to the 8 lands. These Vortex Runners were quite good at the 8 lands. And the combination Vortex Runner and the Exponential Growth was pretty darn good. Mage Duel. Wish I had one more of those. Field Trip. I kind of wish I had other learn cards. With Cultivate, it turned out we didn't really need that much more ramp. Pledge Mage was one I've been considering siding out, given I don't have as many spells in this deck. The Cultivator is just always a solid body for 4, plus the ramp. Aerialist is kind of meh, especially that last game. Didn't help us out. Opponent just kept having ways to attack through. We would have had to race opponent. And we didn't. So, yeah. No Day was good when we cast it. Leyline Invocation, did we ever cast that? I don't even remember the first match yesterday. But, anyways. Fun deck. So if you watch this far, leave a hashtag exhibited, because we did get to cast the Mascot Exhibition, and it was as good as it looked. And thanks for joining me here in the attic. I have been Manadad. Remember, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.